Now, have you ever bought a bunch of bananas and struggled to eat them all before they turn brown? Well, I'm now going to show you what to do with overripe bananas. Today, we're going to be making a banana, blueberry and pecan bread. We're going to start by just lightly warming through some butter. You just want it melted, we don't want it hot. Now, these bananas are overripe. I actually quite like bananas when they're this kind of colour, and that's because you find that they become very sweet. Normally, I would use a food processor to blitz the natural yogurt and the banana together. I'm going to use a fork today because I don't have any tools. And to be honest, this is pureed down pretty well, to be fair. Okay, perfect. Right, the butter's fully melted. Now I'm going to add olive oil to this. It's important that this isn't too hot because we're going to be mixing this with some egg. And if your butter and your oil are too hot, you'll end up cooking your egg, which is definitely something we don't want to do. So, into a mixing bowl, I'm going to add the melted butter. This is unsalted butter I'm using. I'm going to add the yogurt and the banana. Okay, now I'm using fresh vanilla. You could use a teaspoon of vanilla essence or extract, and if you don't have any vanilla, then you could easily leave it out. So, preparing fresh vanilla, you scrape down the pod with the back of a knife, and then you can just release the seeds. Okay, so into this I'm going to put one egg. And we're just going to bring this together. I'm going to sieve the flour and the bicarb of soda. To this bowl, I've added the sugar, the flour and the bicarb of soda. Now to the banana, yogurt and vanilla mixture, I'm going to just add this gradually. I'm going to add the salt and the oats. Just got whole pecans here. I'm just going to chop these. If you haven't got pecan nuts, you could use a different choice of nut. However, this recipe does definitely work best with pecans. You can easily buy whole pecan nuts. They just really add a nice texture and flavour to this banana loaf we're going to make. Gonna put the blueberries in whole. Okay, so now that the banana bread mixture is ready, I'm going to show you how to line your baking tin. So I'm effectively just going to cut the corners out of this greaseproof paper. I've cut this out so it makes this kind of shape. I'm now going to push this into the corners of your tin. And very carefully, I'm just going to spoon the banana bread mixture into the tin. Make sure it's in all the corners and try and make sure it's even from one side to another. What I like to do is just sprinkle some oats on top of the mixture. Just as it rises up, they just brown off, and it's just a way of making it look quite nice. This is going to go in an oven on 150 degrees for about an hour. So you can see this started to puff up. And the way to test it's cooked is by inserting a knife, and if your knife comes out clear like so, then your banana bread is ready. This is easily 10 to 15 portions depending on your portion size, and I best like this served with some nut butter on top of it.